Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. It's such a grey, miserable day today. It is raining. It's that horrible sort of fine mist that soaks you right through. So I have no intentions of leaving the house today. It's an indoors day today, so I am in the mood to do some major tidying, organising, decluttering, you know, all that kind of stuff. I don't know about you guys, but whenever the weather's like this, when it's a little bit drizzly, you're indoors all day, the first thing I like to do, if I've not got any other pressing jobs to do, is tidy, because it always feels like a really good way to be productive with your day. You can sort of just get on with the whole day, like just spend the whole day doing it. So I think I'm going to do that today, and theme this vlog around decluttering and organising. Since moving my kind of work at home work situation to the studio, the beautiful studio, when I've had a day at the studio and I come back here, I'm quite overwhelmed with how unorganised I've really let things become and how untidy I've let things become in the past few months. It wasn't until I went to a much more tidier space that felt much nicer to be in that I realised just how much I'd let things slide here. So I am really motivated now to get it sorted, because I've just got a lot of clutter. I've got a lot of piles of mess, and it is not good for the feng shui of the space. So yeah, this week's vlog is going to be, I'm going to focus, for vlog purposes, I'm going to document the wardrobe side of it, because I think that will be more interesting, because I literally will be doing each room of my flat, and I'd be here forever if I documented it all, and I don't think people want to watch me clearing out my bathroom cupboards or the kitchen pantry. That is not the content that you were here for. I feel like this might be quite interesting, because I really paint a picture of minimalism, but actually, although I dress quite minimally, behind the scenes, it is quite a different story. Normally I'm quite organised with my wardrobe, but over the past couple of months, I really let things slide. And for me, it's at a critical point. I kind of open up my wardrobe and I'm like, nope, and just shut it again. And that's kind of frustrating, because I end up wearing the same things over and over because I can't quite see through the mess, and then I get into that mentality of, oh, I've got nothing to wear, when in actual fact I've got, you know, far too many clothes. So yeah, I need to do some serious organising. Also, I'm quite a hoarder. I might have said this before, I'm pretty sure I have. I have a tendency to hold on to things, and that is not just within clothes and my wardrobe, that is across all kind of sectors of my home and my life. I just keep things for no real reason or no future purpose. A lot of the time it is because something is nice. I'm like, oh, that's nice, I'll keep that. A lot of the time I do it with packaging, leaflets, and then I end up with weird things like boxes or nice bits of material or ribbon, and just also something that I am quite I fall quite a victim to is the just in case clause. When I am trying to tidy through things, I'm very much the kind of person who says, oh, I'll keep that just in case. Oh, just in case, might need that. And that's dangerous, because it's a very clever way to continuously justify keeping hold of things that you don't want to part with, that have really no use whatsoever. And sometimes I look at the kind of clutter of things that I have in drawers and cupboards, and there's things in there that I haven't used for years and I've kept hold of just in case. And I think to myself, now I'm thinking from a more logical point of view, if I haven't used those things, and this happens across clothing, beauty, just everything, if I haven't used those things in the past couple of years, what's going to change in the next couple of years? Nothing. That just in case scenario has not come up. So I really want to be quite cutthroat about this, because I can't keep holding on to things. It's not healthy for my mental state, and it's not good for just the use of space. It's not, yeah. So yeah, this week's vlog is going to be that. Just as a little preface, I am always overly self-conscious about YouTube content, surprise, surprise, and what I'm putting out on the internet. And I am quite aware that this video, I'm quite aware of how obnoxious this video has the potential to be. I've watched videos of this nature before on YouTube, and in some cases have felt like people are kind of complaining about the amount of clothes that they own, which always feels a bit icky. And I really don't want this video to come across like that. I am quite aware that I do own a lot of clothes. It is the nature of what I do. And I also like clothes, so I have a lot of them. But I don't want it to come across as like I'm moaning about it. A lot of what I have is accumulated over years that I've hoarded and don't have the strength to part with. So in an attempt to stop this video from feeling like that, if you know what I mean, I think what I'll focus more on is the process of it. And then at the end of this, hopefully everything will be tidy enough so I can give you a flat tour. I will then have a very tidy wardrobe, and then I will be able to do a big Depop. Excuse me, I thought I was going to hiccup then. I'll be able to do a very big Depop upload. But yeah, all details will be in the description box. Anyway, very long intro. So I need to stop putting this off and just get organising. Before I get started, I'll show you the actual wardrobe space because it'd be handy for you to see sort of like the state of it to begin with. This might not seem messy to some people, but for me, it does feel quite messy. So this is a built-in wardrobe space. This was already here when I moved in, so I am not sure where these came from, but it seems like a custom-made thing specifically for this sort of little kind of curved space that I've got going on. Floor to ceiling, super handy. Like, I was so chuffed when I came to view the flat and these were here. So I'll show you kind of what's inside each cupboard. So this is a mishmash of knitwear, my favourite everyday jeans, more knitwear, and then here is like pyjamas. This is a drawer just of vests. This is pyjamas. This is more sort of like loungy wear, summer shorts. But as you can see, not organised whatsoever, literally just put in there, which is very unlike me because obviously, you know, I do take care of my clothes as much as I can, and so to have them in that state doesn't feel good. Inside here, probably actually the only organised cupboard. This is dresses, and then underneath there I've literally just got a basket that's full of bikinis. Hello, this one is coats. These are kind of like coats that I'm not wearing at the moment. These are like proper heavy thick winter ones. My everyday ones are hidden in the spare room on a rail over there. Then this monstrosity is some shoes. Honestly, that is disgraceful. I feel very ashamed by that. Then I have these shelves which are not utilised very well at all. As you can see, I've got a mix of handbags, my 2 Masubis which I use most regularly, then belts, some perfume, more perfume, some shoes. Like, where's the other one of those? Honestly, oh, it's there. God, I'm really exposing myself. Look, the past couple of months, you know. This one is blazers. Sorry, it's really dark in here. Blazers, some shorts. Actually, this one's not too bad. I've got a pair of trousers sort of slung over there. And then this is trousers. And then there's kind of Birkenstocks sort of shoved under there. Then we go on to bags and other shoes. This is quite a problematic one, I feel, because actually I could do with some more shelves put in here, because I've kind of just piled up some boxes and then tried to neatly stack my bags, as you can see, but it's not, like, again, I'm not utilising this space properly at all. And then another mirror. Last but not least, we have scarves and hats here. This is like shirts, cardigans, tops that I like to hang. Underneath here are jumpers that are too thick to fold small, but too heavy to hang. Then there's trainers. Then we have this awful drawer of bras, pants. It's just gross. Socks. I mean, seriously, you can't see because it's so dark, but one does not need a drawer of this many socks. And then we have t-shirts. Again, so unorganised. Yeah. And then, obviously, the classic plastic tubs of other stuff. So yeah, that's the space I'm working with. That's the reality of how organised I am with my clothes at the moment. My listening material of choice while I do this is going to be the new Girls Talk podcast. This episode is with Elsa Majimbo, which I'm really excited about because she's hilarious. She's a writer and a comedian, and she sort of really took off last year on TikTok. If you Google her, many of you will have come across her TikToks. She's absolutely hilarious. So I can't wait to listen to this because I love this podcast as a whole. So I'm really excited by Elsa as a guest. I also think Elsa has her own podcast or like her own sort of IGTV sort of chat show series. Anyway, this is what I'm going to listen to while I get decluttering.
1, 2, 3, 4. I feel it in myself. I feel it in myself. And it won't be long. No, it won't be long
Just going to stop the musical montage there to talk about this Zara dress. I'm going to step back so you can see it. Hopefully you can see that. I bought this about 2 years ago, maybe just over 2 years ago on Depop, and I think I paid about £20 to £22 for it. I can't remember the exact price. And the reason I want to talk about this dress is because I think there's really something to be said in the way that we base value on clothing and our attitude towards looking after clothing based on its monetary value. So this dress, like I said, was bought secondhand, and I have to say this is probably my most worn black dress within my wardrobe. It's got puffy sleeve, not too big and puffy though. This bit here is elasticated, so you can push it up if you wanted and wear the sleeves a bit more puffed up at the top or lower down on the arm like I was. The neckline's got some really nice gathered sort of ruching detail, and then that sort of gathered detail continues in tiers all the way down the dress, so it sort of gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It is such a versatile and easy to wear dress. I have worn it almost every occasion. Literally in the summer I'll wear it at least once a week because it can be worn to pretty much everything. It's awesome for wearing over beachwear because it's so light and flowy. Also, I'm a bit of a crease phobe, as you all know, but because of the nature of this dress, when it is creased, you kind of don't really notice it through all the sort of gathered ruching detailing. So it's a really good one to pop in your beach bag. Amazing for just everyday wear, obviously. Just chuck on a pair of trainers or flip-flops like I have here, and then it's really nice to wear in the evening as well. Put on some, I mean, I wouldn't wear heels because I can't walk in heels, but you know, it's one of those that can kind of serve all purposes, and I have worn it to just so much. And the reason I kind of really want to discuss this dress is because I value this dress so much, and it has brought me so much joy in the years that I have owned it. I haven't even owned it for that long, like 2 years isn't long to own a dress. But it was 20, like I said, £20, and I've got dresses in my wardrobe that are 10 times the amount of this, which I do love and I wear, but almost don't value as much as this, which is kind of odd because, you know, there's this conception of like, well, more expensive is better. But actually I feel like when you think about how clothes make you feel and the joy they give you and how much you've worn them, that's really the value in them. And this dress, like, has so many memories attached to this dress. Wearing it in Australia lots when I was going out for dinner with friends and my sister, wearing it just like parties in the summer. And I don't shop at Zara. I haven't shopped at Zara for many years for several reasons. It's just not really a brand I feel like I can support. It was the first, I used to work at Zara. It was one of my first retail jobs, and it was a horrible company to work for. But this is absolutely no shame or shade to anyone that shops there whatsoever. Like, no judgment. That's just, it's just not a brand that I feel like I can support. But happy to buy secondhand. And with Zara, I feel like everyone knows that it does fall apart. The buttons are always the first one to go. There's buttons on the back of this. They went pretty quickly. Seams, like threads, are always coming undone, and seams coming undone. But I've repaired it. Yes, I have to repair it quite often. Maybe I'm just not doing a very good repair job. But I don't mind that because I really love wearing it, and I just love how this dress makes me feel. And actually, the journey of repairing it has created this real connection to the dress. I'm not sure what I'm trying to articulate here, but I find this attitude towards, if it costs more, we should value it more, we should look after it more, which, yes, I agree with somewhat, but I feel like maybe we should apply that rule to everything within our wardrobe, and I try and do that. I apply the same rule to everything in my wardrobe, regardless of where it was bought from and how much it cost, because you can make most things last regardless of their price tag if you're willing to kind of put in the effort. And I also think it's really abnormal to expect an item not to fall apart if you're wearing it so much. Like I said, I wear this pretty much every week in the summer. It would be really weird to expect it not to get some wear and tear. And so I don't really mind that there's any wear and tear, but it's like when items from the high street or, you know, of a lower price point fall apart, the attitude towards that versus when something expensive falls apart, I don't know, I feel like we're more prepared to repair something that's more expensive, but when it's cheaper, we're like, oh, you know, it was meant to do that, throw it away. Anyway, I don't know if that made sense, but I just wanted to kind of just share how, the sentiment behind this dress, how much I love it, and I definitely will not be parting with this anytime soon, or ever, I don't know. I just feel like I would miss it so much, and it's a real timeless one. Yeah, I think that's me done for wardrobe cluttering. So maybe I'll show you how the wardrobe's looking now, because it's looking much better. I'll do a rundown, cupboard by cupboard. My camera is flashing at me that I've only got 3 minutes left on the memory card, so I've got to be swift about this. Right, I'm going to show off my organised cupboards to you all. This, I must admit, this pile of knitwear is still looking questionable, but it has reduced, it is more organised, and it is neater. Jeans, these are sort of like the jeans on rotation, week in, week out at the moment. Knitwear, and then drawers, which are looking so much better now. These are lightweight shorts along with denim shorts. Pyjamas, which, as I said, I was just leaving. I don't mind that being a bit messy. And then this is knitted vests along with other vest-like tops. Next to this cupboard, we have dresses. No change here really, because there was no need to change it. I took a few dresses out, but not many. Put some shoes at the bottom. Just storing some pillows up the top there. Oh, that that could do with a clean. That's embarrassing. Then I've still got the heavy winter coats in here, but I've sorted out the really quite embarrassing mess and clutter that was all at the bottom. So this is all of my loose trainers now. This middle section I'm still a bit undecided what to do with. So at the moment it is shoes that are currently being worn regularly, along with perfume and accessories that are being worn regularly. So I've got my two Masubis, my Moonstar trainers, this is jewellery, along with the most essential tool in anyone's wardrobe, a lint roller, neckerchief, sunglasses, perfume, and then some shoes. This cupboard, there hasn't been much change because I actually organised this a couple of weeks back. So this is jackets, blazers, tailored shorts, and then this is all trousers, so there hasn't been any change there. This cupboard is probably where there's been the most difference because it was really disorganised. It still looks kind of disorganised because these cupboards, like this space is so deep. Really, I need another shelf there and another shelf there. But for the time being, I feel like I've made the most out of the kind of bag and shoebox situation. I can see everything. I know what shoes are in those boxes and I can still see my bags quite clearly. So for now, I think this configuration is fine. These boots, by the way, I forgot to mention these because I think at this point when I was doing this cupboard, this is when I run out of vlogging steam. These boots are, I think they're 8 years old. Yeah, I think they're 8 years old. They were 8 years old this April. And I can't bear myself to part with them. I don't wear them anymore. I'm not sure why, because they're such a classic Chelsea boot. I could easily wear them, I think. They were the first pair of shoes I kind of invested in. They were like the most expensive shoes I'd ever bought at the time. I think I got them from opening ceremony. I can't remember the brand of them because there's zero branding on them whatsoever. I know they were a US brand. Sorry, no one wants to see the dirty sole. I know they're a US brand because they have a US sizing on the bottom. But yeah, I cannot remember the brand whatsoever. I think they were around about $400. This is the most I'd ever spent on a pair of shoes. It was the most I'd spent on anything, I think, ever. Sorry, I ran out of space on my memory card. What a passive-aggressive way to tell me to stop talking. Anyway, yeah, just a really special pair of shoes because they were the first pair of shoes I kind of really spent quite a lot of money on. I wore them to death. I mean, not literally to death because as you can see, they're still in really good condition, but I wore them so much. They were like the only boots I would wear for a good couple of years. And they're still in really good condition. Very impressed. But yeah, sadly they don't get worn. And every time I do a wardrobe clear out, I cannot bring myself to throw them away because I feel really sentimental about them because I have that connection with them. And it's so nice to have kept something for this long and have that lovely little memory of when I first bought them. So yeah, just a nice little story for you there. And then this cupboard, last but not least, shirts are looking better. This area is still questionable. This sort of beige area could probably be refined a bit more, but I'm glad to be able to do that. I couldn't do that beforehand. Cleared out all the shoes that were there, and then as you saw, my sock drawer and my t-shirt drawer are looking mighty fine now. Didn't bother with scarves and hats because I don't feel like I need to. And then over here I have the Depop pile. So I'm going to tackle this tomorrow. I'm going to photograph it and then get drafting all of the Depop listings. I actually think I might do it in 2 chunks, as in do the uploads in 2 chunks, one Sunday morning, one Sunday evening, just to give people a chance, I guess, and also to alleviate the amount of time I will be sat on my phone uploading to Depop. But there's some good stuff here. I've got Arquette leather blazer. It's such a beautiful blazer, but it's leather jackets, just I feel really weird in them. Got that leather shirts in here. Got some Byredo fragrance, a Joseph card holder, nice blue Arquette shirt. There's all sorts in here. All really nice stuff, but sadly it is not stuff that I have worn enough to justify having in my wardrobe. So hopefully some of you watching will be able to give these items a new home where they will be worn a lot more than they have been here. It's 7 PM and I kid you not, I could fall asleep right now and call it a night. I'm very tempted to. I had, you get those big packets of fresh ravioli that are supposed to be for 2 people. Well, I had one of those all to myself along with garlic bread, and as soon as I'd finished, a wall of tiredness just hit me, and I think I'm going to have a shower. Well, I'll wash up, have a shower, and I think I will climb into bed and call it a night. So I will most probably be in bed by 8 p.m. with a film on my laptop, getting ready to doze off. This is what happens when you get up early in the morning. I don't think I've mentioned this. I've actually been waking up really early recently. I say really early, about 7, half 7, because I've been running again, and I've been doing it first thing in the morning. And now that I am in a bit of a better work routine by going to the studio, I like to get my run done, have my breakfast and everything done before like 9 p.m. Not 9 p.m, 9 a.m. and then go to the studio. Anyway, this is really boring. I don't know why I'm telling you any of this. I'm just sat sort of in my little pasta coma of tiredness. The mammoth task of uploading, not even uploading, I haven't got to that stage yet, photographing everything for Depop is complete. There is a total of, I can't remember the exact total actually, but there's over 50 items. This is possibly the biggest Depop upload or sale that I've ever done. So with that in mind, I've decided to split it into 2 separate uploads. So there'll be one at 11 a.m. on Sunday, UK time, and then there'll be another at 7 p.m. on Sunday, UK time. This way I feel it gives the other time zones a fairer shot at buying something, because feedback has been in the past from people who live elsewhere in the world is that they've been asleep or it's been too early or too late. So hopefully this way everyone gets a chance at buying something. However, I do have to add, if you're outside of the UK, shipping costs are quite high at the moment. I'm having to charge between £15 to £20 because unfortunately that is the price of international shipping, and annoyingly, over the past few months, I've been caught out by some very sneaky people on Depop. I should have seen this coming, really, in which people will message me asking if their item can be sent not tracked around, outside of the UK. And then as soon as it's sent, a PayPal dispute gets filed. They then get a full refund because I don't have the ability to provide tracking or proof of delivery. So unfortunately, I'm having to send everything tracked at the moment. And as soon as you want to send something tracked internationally, the price kind of like just triples. In some cases, I've been having to send stuff and it's cost £30+. So I'm really sorry for how excruciatingly expensive international shipping is at the moment. Right, I'm going to go to the studio now and start putting this vlog together. I've made myself a very cute packed lunch. I really miss being in the studio. It's only Tuesday. I feel like I haven't been there for ages, but I was in on Friday. I just miss it. I miss seeing everyone and I miss being in that environment. So I'm going to start putting this vlog together, start editing the Depop photos and then get them all drafted so I can hit publish on Sunday, and hopefully you can buy some beautiful, beautiful bargains. Just quickly before I go, that's Depop stuff. Something that's really nice about having a kind of space to go to work in now is I now have an excuse to kind of dress up, not dress up, but be a bit more intentional when selecting my clothes in the morning and feeling like I'm putting in a bit more of an effort than I have been during the pandemic, if you know what I mean. It kind of feels nice to have this purpose to put on nice clothes again. So I'm really enjoying putting on outfits and kind of just feeling like I'm getting the most out of my wardrobe again. It's really nice. Today, I can feel I am due on my period any moment now. Sorry if that's TMI, but this is an issue that people who have periods each month endure. And if you are a person who also has a period, then just you'll understand the bloating can be really quite uncomfortable. And to be honest, I don't think it gets much more comfortable than a pair of dungarees. Honestly, these are so good. They're quite big and baggy, so they allow for a lot of discomfort and a lot of uncomfortable bloating. DMs, Margaret Howe shirt. Right, I'm gonna go now. Bet you weren't expecting to see me today, were you? A little midweek upload. Hopefully a little midweek pick-me-up for some of you. The footage for this week, I just couldn't fit it all into 1 week. I mean, I'm only midweek and I've already managed to create a 30-minute vlog. So I've decided to split it into 2 vlogs. Today you've got the wardrobe sort of decluttering side of things, and then on Sunday I will upload as usual in the morning, and that will be the flat tour and any other leftover vloggy bits. So I hope you enjoy it being split up. It feels really weird doing this midweek, because normally I'd be like, hope you all had a good week. But now I'm like, oh, I hope you're having a good week. I've done all the Depop details, haven't I? I've done that slightly earlier on, so just in case you've forgotten, it is 11 AM UK time and 7 PM UK time. I will leave all my Depop bits below. I will include a link and my username, because some people have said when I link my Depop it doesn't work, and then some people have said when they search my name in the user bar, my profile doesn't come up. I don't really know what Depop's doing, but it is Brittany Bathgate, so hopefully that helps. And that's all I have to say, really. I hope you're having a great week so far, and I'll see you all on Sunday.